I think if I hear you call me Becky one more time, six-pack, I'm gonna pop your tops. All six of them.
When an ex-con thinks he's a cop.
Where'd you do your time? Time? What do you mean?
Anything can happen.
Oh, you're no cop! Police, homicide! You people go about your business?
From director Jonathan Demme
You haven't told me what it is you do.
comes a scorching tale that will take you over the edge.
Take people's money and put it to work.
Alec Baldwin.
You call me Junior.
Jennifer Jason Leigh. Fred Ward. Miami Blues. Premiering April 27th on Showtime.
Hey, this is Matt. Once again, welcome back to another review. This is a PayPal request from Emmanuel, who wanted my thoughts on the 1990 film Miami Blues. First off, I thank and appreciate everyone who has sent in requests, both either directly via my PayPal or by joining my Patreon, where there's certain tiers and stuff on there. And you did either requests for movies, or you could request a movie topic or review, re-review, commentary, what have you. If not, no worries, but if you're interested, the links are down below in the info box. And Miami Blues, I had heard about this film, and I know my friend Mike OCP reviewed this on the channel. Did a great job with it. And I have to concur. I realized I haven't seen this film like once or twice before. I didn't think much of it, but I didn't remember the movie, so I didn't really make any big commitment as whether I don't remember much, but I remember now. Now I know why. I mean, I don't know if this would be a full-on rant with rage and anger and furious vengeance, but the story of the film, before I get into that, Alec Baldwin, he's this sociopath. He gets released from prison. He wants to start life in Miami. And one of the first things he does is there's a Hare Krishna at the airport that tries to, give him, a piece of advice or whatever. He's not having it. Breaks the guy's finger, and the guy dies of shock from the finger breakage. And I'm going, okay, this interesting dark sense of humor, and where's this going to take me story-wise, as I'm trying to remember this movie. Fred Ward, I think, is the best part of this film. Fred Ward, I like him as an actor a lot. Remo Williams, Tremors. Tremors and Remo Williams are two of my favorites, but Uncommon Valor, that's another one. Those would be my top three Fred Ward movies. But just a great character actor. Always nice to see him in films. Like I said, he plays a cop. He's the best part. He has a little bit of southern thing going on, but he's got an entertaining sense of humor. Interesting quirks. For example, he's got these false teeth, and at times he has to take them out. And in fact, Alec Baldwin steals them. So they're gone from Fred Ward's mouth for a chunk of the film. But sad to say, Fred Ward himself is gone for a chunk of the film. And to me, he's the best part of the movie. But there's a point where he gets beaten up and he's put out of commission. And that's really where the movie kind of went like this. Because you got Alec Baldwin, this lady he falls in love with, Jennifer Jason Leigh, where she's a bit of a naive, a little bit of a pushover, nice lady. And for the most part, Alec Baldwin treats her nice. He doesn't hit her or anything of that nature. And Alec Baldwin, sometimes he does awful things, but then at times he wants to go the straight and narrow. So when he beats up Fred Ward, he takes his badge and he starts trying to be a cop, but then he'll also steal stuff as well. He's doing random busts on bad guys, but he's also stealing stuff. And Dan mourns the spoilers. Sorry, sometimes it's how I review films. I just don't care about Alec Baldwin and Jennifer Jason Leigh's love story. And that's a big part of this film. And to me, it's the least interesting part of this film. And I wouldn't say these two are bad they're not. Alec Baldwin's a good actor. To be perfectly honest, I think he works better as a supporting actor. Now, it's not to say I like The Hunt for Red October. That's a good movie, but when I reviewed that film, I even said, I don't mind Alec Baldwin, but if you took the same movie and had Kevin Costner or even Harrison Ford, which they wanted, I think it would be better. I think Alec Baldwin wasn't bad. I just looked at other people, I think it would be better. And that's one of my few, not even critiques, but thoughts on Hunt for Red October is it's a really good film for various reasons that I mentioned, but Alec Baldwin's good, but it just, I don't know, something about Alec Baldwin, even when he's trying to be a good guy, although technically here he's a villain, but then he's trying to be an anti-hero, so it's like he's a villain, no, he's an anti-hero. I don't know, either I'm drawn to him the most as a supporting actor via Beetlejuice, or as a clean cut, like, not clean cut, but just a nasty villain, whether it be Malice, Mercury Rising, even his bit in Glengarry Glen Ross. That just seems like the roles for me he works the best in. As a lead. And as a supporting actor, Beetlejuice, he does perfectly fine. But here, some of his quirky humor, the character I didn't care for. When the two of them are talking about poems, and he's reciting the poem, and then we see him breaking into something or someplace. It's like breaking and entering the lonely places. I'm going, if people think this is funny, more power to you. I did not. I didn't find it that funny. And I just don't care about his fucking character or his love story, Jennifer Jason Leigh, which is a big part of the film. And the part I did like was Fred Ward, which again, he's in it for the beginning of the film. He gets beaten up by Alec Baldwin. He gets his badge and his teeth stolen. And then Fred Ward's out of commission. We see him once in a while in the hospital, and then it's kind of the halfway, maybe the third act, really, that he finally gets out. And the movie kind of picks up again for me, where Fred Ward, we got the prince, we got the motherfucker. The way Fred Ward said that, I thought was hilarious. The bits with him, I thought, worked the best. I thought Fred Ward really brought the sense of energy. And maybe if he had a different actor for Miami Blues, a lot of people praise Alec Baldwin for the lead role, so I know I'm alone in this, but I can only speak for myself. I mean, maybe if you had... You know what? This is a weird choice. If you had someone like Bill Murray. I know it's a weird choice, but if you had someone like Bill Murray play this violent sociopath, but at the same time does have this sense of humor, I think that would be very intriguing. Someone like a Bill Murray playing that role. And it would definitely be a change of pace for him. Plus, I do like him more as an actor than, as well as a comedian. But I mean, he could handle the humor well, but I think he could handle the acting just as good, based on films like Lost in Translation, which I enjoy. The movie, at times, the marketing kind of labels itself as an action film. It's not, though. I think that's a bit deceiving. If you go into this expecting an action film, yes, there's a few moments, instances of Alec Baldwin, like I said, getting people, busting bad guys, but then sometimes he'll steal stuff. Or there's a point in the store that he's trying to buy something, and there's a guy robbing it, and Alec Baldwin's trying to talk him down. You walk out that door, your life will change forever. And he almost gets run over. And that's with the character Alec Baldwin plays, he's very back and forth. He wants to do the right thing, but then he doesn't. But then he doesn't want, but then he does. Then he does, then he doesn't. Then he doesn't, then he does. It's like, it's. I swear there were certain scenes I'm going, okay, what's his motivation here? Is it he wants to be on the straight and narrow, or he wants to be a crook? It seems like it goes back and forth frequently. Maybe I'm alone in that, where he was, okay, he wants to help this guy by saying, don't, walk out that door, life will change. But then quickly after, he's at a pawn shop and he kills someone. I don't know. I can't sit here and say it's a god-awful movie. It's a nice usage of the city of Miami. Jennifer Jason Leigh, not bad in it. I liked her as an actress ever since films like The Hitcher from 1986. Alec Baldwin, I can't say he gave a bad performance. It's just, in my opinion, he does not fit in that kind of role. And his love story with Jennifer Jason Leigh was one of the least interesting parts for me. Maybe that's why people love it. Fred Ward, I think he's the best part. He's much more prevalent in the beginning of the film and the end of the film. But in the middle, he's kind of, like I said, out of action. And I think that's the weakest part. Yeah, there's some interesting pieces of music. At the end, there's a song called Spirit in the Sky. So there's nice usages of music. There's a couple of decent bits of dark humor, like the beginning of the film with the Hare Krishna. But I would have preferred either take out the love story, which I know that's a part of it, but or maybe a different actor in the Alec Baldwin part, or make Fred Ward still not be out of commission, but have at least it's less of the love story and more of Fred Ward trying to search for Alec Baldwin's character, or whoever actor would play that character. So at the end of the day, I cannot say I'm much a fan of the film. Like I said, it's not a hard-raging rage of fury. It's just, I can't say I'm a fan of it, the movie either. But hey, a lot of people enjoy the film. They feel it to be an underrated cult movie. Feel free to check it out. This is just my opinion. Just wasn't my cup of tea. Either way, thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.